Welcome to the Ocean Community 50 Under 50 series, presented by the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. The road to success starts at Valenti family of auto dealerships, and visibility along the journey increases greatly with the help of 321 Media. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 50 Under 50 series with the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce, powered by Valenti family of dealerships and 321 Media. My name is Ben Barber from 321 Media, and I am very excited because I actually haven't. I know that you guys have been seeing these air one after another. I feel like I haven't done one of these interviews in a couple weeks. So I'm very excited today because our honoree that is sitting across from me right now is an old friend of mine, Mr. Brandon Donahue.
Thank you. Not too old.
Westerly. No. A year older than me.
Yeah.
I would say a year older than me.
Yeah.
But you know what? No, I see your age on the bio here, and you're like 6 months older than me.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
right.
I will be the same age in too soon. All right, now this is the awkward part. You've seen these, so you know.
Yes.
I'm going to read your bio to you or at you now.
I'm excited.
Okay. Well, great. Brandon Donahue is the owner of Westerly Paints, Inc. in Westerly, Rhode Island, and Mystic Paints and Decorating in Mystic, Connecticut. In 2022, he was recognized as one of 8 honorees for the North American Hardware and Paint Association's Young Retailer of the Year Award, which celebrates young, aspiring leaders in the home improvement industry. Brandon has been involved in Westerly Paint since childhood, taking over operations after graduating from Rhode Island College. Under his leadership, the store transitioned to a Benjamin Moore signature store and later a store of the future, implementing modern systems like automatic tint dispensers and a new point-of-sale system. Since taking over, he grew sales from $700,000 to over $1.5 million by 2020, and in 2021 combined sales from both stores to exceed $2 million. Damn, dude. In 2020, Brandon expanded by acquiring a second location, boosting his store's territory, and enabling bulk purchases, which improved competitiveness. His move to All Pro in 2021 further enhanced profit margins and access to exclusive products. I don't know why I said it like that. He regularly participates in industry training and shows up to stay current on trends and products. Brandon is committed to his community. In 2021, he donated a van to the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce to use for the events it hosts. Brandon also assisted his father, Paul Donahue, on the Westerly 350th committee. He also played a key role in securing $100,000 downtown renovation for Westerly through Benjamin Moore's Main Street Matters campaign. Beyond business, finally, it's talking about this. Brandon performs solo music and has supported local charities and initiatives. Brandon,
Ben,
I think of you first as a pianist, and
Me
second
too.
as a business owner.
Yes.
I'm like, we got to talk about paint. I want to talk about piano.
You know what? I love paint, but I would love to talk piano.
Let's talk paint first.
All right.
When you were born, did your dad own Westerly Paints already?
So I mean, pretty much. It was like a year after.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I was born in 86. He opened in 87. Probably like 6 months after. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes.
Essentially.
Yes, yeah.
So you grew up with it.
Yeah.
And and you and your brother worked in the store, as far as I can remember, forever.
Yeah, our only jobs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's fun.
Yep. Oh yeah.
What was it like growing up working with family?
It was good. I mean, we were there. I mean, since we were kids, like my mom always brought us there. Like I guess technically we're working there. What's the legal age? 14. So 14, 15, whatever the right age is when we started actually working there. But yeah, we were always there, and it was just kind of like a second home, really. Just like you're either at home or you're at the paint store.
Yeah. Was it ever contentious, like the like, I don't want to go to work today, mom, or dad, whatever?
Not really, because when I was young enough, the hours were pretty flexible.
Yeah.
So it was never really like that. I mean, I guess when you're there, you're always butting heads just on wanting to do things one way.
Right.
Someone else wanted to do them a different way. And I always thought my way was the right way.
Well,
So that stuff. But no, because then by the time I started working like full time, I was already like, it's what I wanted to do. So
right.
it was good. Yeah.
And so what were some of the things that you liked to do growing up other than being in the paint store?
Other than the paint store, well, I would say playing piano is definitely the most time consuming thing.
Yeah.
But for other fun stuff, basketball, tennis, played a lot of tennis, a lot of basketball. I guess that's pretty much it.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
just
much
going
what
to
you
like
like.
Crandall's Field
Oh yeah.
and doing something there. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Walking to get waffles at Dairy Queen when it was
Nice.
no, not Dairy Queen. What was it? DQ Mart, the Ashaway one.
Where?
Across the fire from the fire station. There's nothing
Oh, I
there
have
anymore.
no idea.
Yeah, I think it was DB Mart.
DB Mart. Yeah,
DB
yeah,
Mart.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go to DB Mart, get some waffles, go to Crandall's Field, either play tennis or basketball, and then go play video games.
Because you're a Charahoe kid.
Yes.
We went to Charahoe together.
Mhm.
I graduated a year after you. We were in chorus together.
Oh
you and
yeah.
I.
Yeah.
That was pretty great. I don't
A
remember
lot of
you
chorus.
singing in chorus.
No.
Because you were the accompanist.
Yes.
For Miss Dowding.
Or
most
I
of
would
the
lip
time.
sync.
Well, is that what it was? You and me, right? You
I
and
guess
me
it's time to
lip-syncing
tell
in
the
back.
truth.
Were you a bass?
Yeah.
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 So,
I was bass. Yeah.
Okay, so I remember going. You and I went to Montreal together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That was fun.
so we went to Montreal, and the basses were me, you, and this guy Dave Tyler.
Yeah.
And Dave, fantastic bass.
Yes.
Actually, like stayed in Montreal. Went
Yeah.
to Montreal for school to like a very prestigious school for singing. And you and I were the only two other basses, and we just weren't singing.
He was so good, and I felt it was. We didn't add anything. I didn't want. I did chorus from 5th grade until my last year in college.
Yeah,
of course, every single year, and I don't know why. I wasn't really a singer.
But you played piano
until now.
beautifully.
Now I sing.
Now you sing.
Yeah.
Well, because you're singing
Now that it's
for your
over.
own gigs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But,
so
yeah.
you play piano beautifully. I think did you win an award in Montreal for
Yes.
piano?
Yes. For the accompaniment
for
award.
accompaniment?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic pianist.
Thank you.
Donahue. When I think of piano, I think of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, because I think you were the first person my age that I ever met that was like really talented at a musical instrument.
Yeah, it was I mean, from 6 years old, that was it. And practice every day.
Yeah.
Lessons every week. You didn't skip any of it. And it was all classical, so classically trained. And then going into college, same deal. Went for music.
What got you into music? Like, do either of your parents play or?
So my mom can sing, but she never did it like out in public. And I think on my dad's side, my aunt was actually an accomplished pianist, but I never met her. But my parents say that Billy Joel was on TV one day, and they had an organ an old little organ at the house. And I went over and I was like messing around, and I did We Didn't Start the Fire, just the melody. And they were like, oh, maybe we should give him piano lessons. And that was it.
Wow.
That was it. Billy Joel.
That's impressive.
Yes. Well, I mean, it could have sucked. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
but
I'm sure it wasn't perfect, but
but no, yeah, like
he had perfect pitch, and he nailed it, and he could sight read from 6 years old.
Like a young Elton John.
Your dad, pillar of the community.
Mm-hmm.
Always has. Was he a chairman of the chamber at some point?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure he was. I don't know that for sure, but I know that he won the Citizen of the Year.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Your dad is a figure that looms large for sure in this community, and I remember growing up, being best friends with Dave DeAngelis, and talking to his dad, Mr. DeAngelis, who was the theater director at Westerly, and chorus teacher, had such reverence for your father that the first time I ever met Paul, I felt like I was meeting a celebrity. I was like, "Hello, sir. Like, thank you. Like, this is great." And he and your whole family have been so kind to me over the years, walking into Westerly Paints, especially when Dave and I were running our own theater company. We would need paint all the time for stuff. And God help you guys if you weren't the most honest people in the world, because if you were ever looking for two suckers to screw over, it would have been Dave and I. I said off air, I can't paint. People don't let me touch things anymore, right? I was like, I haven't seen you in a while, because nobody lets me go into a paint store anymore.
No.
There would be no reason for me to go into a paint store, because no one in their right mind would let me near a brush. Now, there are two stories for why that happened, and one of them involves your dad and your brother Troy, which is lovely. Dave wanted to go to New Hampshire when we were like still in high school. We wanted to go on a trip, and his parents said, "You guys paint the garage for us, and we'll give Dave some money so that he can go on the trip." So Dave and I planned to go paint the garage, and we go into Westerly Paints, and his dad opened like an account to just whatever, so the kids don't have to buy the paint themselves. And when Mr. D went to go talk to your dad at the end of it, he went, "Dave, I don't know what the hell your kids did. They used about 5 times as much paint as you need to. They could have painted that garage 5 times over with the amount of just primer that they put on it. What did they do?" And meanwhile, Troy's just like, "Oh, you're in for another can? Yeah, here." He's never asking any questions. Yep. He's just like joyful Troy. Love Troy so much.
It's a big garage.
He's like, "I think I've been there before. It's not that big. Like,
they must be doing the whole house.
They must be doing, yeah." So at that point, Mr. D came home and was like, "You guys are never painting anything again." And then the other story that I didn't tell you about, at one point, like right after high school, my mom decided that I was like a little bit of a loser. Not that maybe it was like summer of high school one year. They were like, this theater thing's never, like, owning your own business thing, never going to pan out. You gotta, and this guy from church was like, "Well, I need some help. I'm like a landlord. Like I have a bunch of houses in Connecticut and apartments and stuff. We'll put him to work. We'll have him come work with me and paint we're painting the interior of a house." So I was given one bedroom, in a completely empty bedroom, to paint. And that was my first room of the day. It was like an 8-hour day, and it was the first room. And then I was supposed to go to several other rooms, and I got a wall done. I got a wall done, and not well.
Oh.
And I remember that guy saying to my mom something along the lines of, "This kid better be good at theater, because he's not cut out for this or anything else." And I was like, all right. So, but I mean, honestly, I just miss coming in to chat with you guys.
I know.
And I just dropped my mouse because I can't even do that right. Brandon. Anyway, last time I was in, though, you had already taken over because you graduated from. When did you take over the store?
So, I mean, unofficially, it was pretty much right after college.
Okay.
I took things over, but the business officially was turned over to me and Troy January of last year. It was official. Yeah.
Okay.
But like, after college, my dad started like just coming in whenever, a little bit here and there. Well, a lot at the beginning, but then like started like tapering off more and more, and we kind of just took over everything.
Now, was that always the plan for you? Were you always I want to run the family business?
Yep, going into Rhode Island College, going for a degree in piano performance. I always said, I'm going to be running a paint store when this is all done. I want to go to college for music, but I don't want music to be a job, a full-time thing, but I want to, get a little better at it and maybe be able to do stuff on the side with that. So I was lucky enough where I could do that, work in the summer, work on weekends at the store. But yeah, it was always the plan.
The improvements that we talked about that you've made.
Yeah.
That tilt, that custom tilt thing.
Yeah.
What is the name of that?
What's the automatic tint machine?
The tint.
Yeah.
Yeah, the automatic tint machine.
Yeah. So
the first time I saw Troy do that, I thought it was magic.
Do you remember the old ones? Yes. Before to make a color, someone comes in, they say they want a gallon of this color in this product. So then you have to go and you have about 6 binders. And you're like, all right, that product's in this binder. And then you open it up and then there's sections. And it's like, all right, the product's in that section. And you go to that section and then there's all the colors. And then it's in numerical order or alphabetical order. So then you're flipping to get to that color. Then now you're at the color. Now you took a little like circle thing and put it on if you're making a gallon. So that way you don't accidentally use the wrong formula. Then you go to the tint machine, which is a carousel spinner. Each little tint's in a metal canister. And you're reading it and you're going, right, there's 2 ounces of black. So you're going 2 ounces of black, put it in. And this one's 6 ounces of black. So then you're going 2, 4, 6, and you're doing that with every tint for every gallon. So if you had a 20-gallon order, it could take you like 20 minutes to make. And the automatic tint machine, you just type in the number, type in the product, formula spits out, type the size, do it, scan the can, and it shoots them all out at once. Big time saver.
Yeah. I remember watching you guys do the old way all the time.
Yeah.
And the first time I went in and there was an automatic tint machine, it was like, and here it is. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now I got to find somebody to use this.
They're great. Yeah.
Now I got to find somebody to use this paint because it's not going to be me.
Yeah, I just wanted to see the machine work.
I just wanted to see it. Yeah.
It was fun.
I just bought some paint for, I had to like repaint my parents' house or something for that, which meant I, hired my uncle to do it.
There you go. Smart.
Yes.
Subcontracting.
The music. You've been doing a lot of music more and more since you graduated from Rick.
Yep.
You do a lot of different variations of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that every time I run into you, there's something new happening with that. What's going on with the music?
Yeah. So after college, just did a little small things here and there, mostly just like instrumental. Like when Twisted Vine was open, I'd go over there a couple times a month, play, but it was mostly like instrumental, which was nice, but no one really wants to hear classical music and stuff. So I start mixing in Beatles, Billy Joel, who I love. So I knew a bunch of Billy Joel songs anyway, but never really sang. Joined a band, was in a band for 6 years. Epic rock and roll breakup. And for the past maybe 6 months, I've been like truly on my own. Now I'm singing, harmonica, keyboard, and I played at Pooch's, I think a month or two ago. Did the art festival last weekend. Doing Sunday Fun Day this Sunday, 4 to 6:30. And doing another Pooch's, doing a gray sale later. So starting to get some gigs.
What are your favorite songs to sing?
Bob Dylan is actually my favorite.
Yeah.
To sing, to perform. Yeah. Harmonica, vocals, keyboard. Love that whole vibe.
And if you're looking for something where you're like, oh, I'm not much of a singer.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you're going to make any Bob Dylan song sound better.
You know what?
Does,
it's true.
So,
it's true.
That's the key there.
Yes. I can do the Billy Joel stuff, the Bob Dylan stuff pretty good. Tom Petty's not too bad. But yeah, you're not going to see me doing like Queen or Michael Jackson or Dave Bowie. I'm not doing any of those things. But
well, that's awesome. I can't wait to I'm gonna stop down to Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah, it should be fun.
And also I was Jackie and I were talking the other day about how I haven't I may or may not have not taken her out on a date for like a year. So Life got busy and we moved in together, and we just were like, oh, we haven't gone out of the house in forever.
Yeah, that happened.
So I'll be looking up where can we find like where your gigs are.
Yeah, so I got Facebook, Instagram. It's just under like Brandon Donahue Music.
Okay.
So Brandon Donahue Music comes up. I got all the info there.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Mystic Paints.
Yes.
What was the catalyst to opening a second store?
So that was a Ben Moore store. And the owner thought about retiring for maybe in like 2015, 2016. Reached out to us, but it just didn't work out. We couldn't really do it. So it kind of went away. And then when COVID hit, he reached out again and he was like, I'm really thinking of retiring. So he offered it to us first, and we went in and we're like, all right, well, it makes sense. 20 minutes from the other store. So it's easy if we got to make transfers or shuffle employees around. So it's like, I mean, and it was kind of like low risk, high reward, where if it doesn't work out, we can still sell all the stuff in here. Just bring it to the Westerly store. So there wasn't too big of a risk. So we were like, well, let's try it. We'll do it for a year. Did like a 1-year lease, 4-year option. So we were like, we'll try it out. And then it was like a no-brainer. It was like, oh yeah, this was a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Does your dad still involved? Does he come in and work at all?
No. He comes in maybe 2 or 3 times a week for about 5 to 10 minutes. just sit in the chair.
Yeah.
Just hang out, say hi. But we have a new like POS system, so he wouldn't even know how to ring anyone up. He's kind of
Does he like that? Does he like his kids?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. How's working with your brother every day?
Good. I actually only work with him like 1 to 2 times a week.
Oh yeah.
Because
you guys separate, and
he's always in Westerly,
yeah,
and I kind of split up between the two, and he's working on my day off. I'm working on his. So it's good. We're not. I think if we were together every day all the time, butt heads, but it's just enough where
you guys have always had a good relationship. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
He's a sweetheart. I love Troy.
Oh yeah, it's easy. We don't argue about anything. Very, very relaxed and just doing our thing.
Do people sing at him the Grease song often?
Not anymore. No, I feel like less and less.
We need to bring it back.
Yeah.
We need to bring it back. As for you, Troy Donahue.
I'll have to add it to the playlist, the work playlist.
Yes, please do.
I'm going to actually do that today.
I'm
going to play it at work today.
Look at me. I'm Sandra D.
As for you, Troy Donahue.
Let's talk about, let's get personal.
Oh, okay.
Let's get personal, shall we?
All right.
Your lovely wife. How'd that happen?
Rhode Island College.
It's the weirdest way I've ever introduced. Your lovely wife. How did that happen?
How did that happen?
I've met you. How did you get her?
You know what? It's a great question. So she is a very good clarinetist. Clarinetist? Yeah, I guess, right?
Sure, yeah.
She plays the clarinet.
Yeah, you should know.
I should know.
You should know.
It's clarinet player. Clarinetist. Pianist. Guitarist. Clarinetist.
Yeah.
Very good.
Flautist.
Flautist
is a flautist.
Cloudist? Clarinetist. Well, she plays clarinet.
Yeah.
She's really good. So she was at Rick. And I wooed her for a long time. Broke her down.
Yeah.
And convinced her to go out. And I guess it was good enough.
I was going to say, you guys have been together for a long time.
I mean, honestly, like, this is going to be 15-year anniversary in September. And then we dated maybe 3 years. So, yeah, long time. Crazy.
You've been married for 15 years?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I know. That's insane.
it's insane, especially because we're the same age. And I'm like,
I got married young.
you did get married
Got
young,
married
but
young.
I mean, it worked for you.
Yeah.
It worked for you
Yeah.
for sure. And not too young. It wasn't like you were like 19.
No. I mean, we were dating my 4th year in college, I think.
Yeah.
Because I went for 5, and I think it was like end of the 4th year we started dating.
You went to college for 5 years.
Yeah.
You were like,
right out of college.
I'm just not ready to
Music department.
Well, yeah, the music department.
Unless you go crazy.
Yeah.
You can do it in 4, but the way, you know how it, like the classes, the overlap. Oh, you have to take this, but you know, both of these are only offered this time.
People telling me that
it's like, all right,
Rick was like 5 years.
Yeah.
Max,
so
minimum.
I could have did 4, but with the paint store and everything too, like I wanted to be more flexible with working. So I was like, we'll do 5. So yeah, we were dating then, and then we actually got a house before we got married. So it was early, but yeah, not like I wasn't like super young. Yeah.
How long have you been involved with the chamber and, you know, donating the van, the 350, which I know the 350 was the 350. Yeah. The 350 was a town thing, right?
Yeah.
I know the chamber was heavily involved.
Right. Yep. Town thing. But yeah, the chamber heavily involved. So yeah, I mean, since I could remember, I mean, my dad always said like he got into the chamber because he talked to someone else who was in the chamber, and they were like, if you're starting a business, the first thing you got to do is join the chamber. So he's like, okay. And great move. Very supportive to the business. It's a great community. So, I mean, forever. We've been in the chamber forever. And yeah, we did like you were saying, the Main Street Matters was a big Benjamin Moore program where they did a contest. And it was the US and Canada, and they were only picking 10 downtowns to revitalize. So I went really heavy with my dad and the chamber, Lisa, everyone, and we were, because it was a voting thing. So we were getting like postcards made up. Like restaurants were putting them in like the check.
Oh, I remember.
The bill check thing. Go on the website, vote. I think every computer in Westerly had voted for it, I think. So that was huge. And then other events too, bricks and murals, the fair. Yeah.
By the way, Main Street Matters. I mean, it's gorgeous.
It was awesome.
It was fantastic. And of course, this Main Street is incredible, and our downtown is incredible. I mean, look out the window behind you. It looks like a Norman Rockwell painting. It
is awesome.
It's great. Oh, that's great. The AI camera just followed you, and it literally like looked.
Oh, really?
Out the window. Yeah, that was really nice.
Well, there we go. Look at that.
Nice
I planned
moment.
that.
Yeah, we did it.
No, it's awesome. The library is beautiful. Everything in Westerly's. Wilcox Park.
Yeah,
the best.
It's
Everything's
great.
The best.
It's great.
So I mean, from where my dad was with the chamber, I am nowhere near there. I got a lot of work to do, but I do want to invest even more time into the chamber because I definitely believe in it. Very important. Got to get there. Got to get to his level, which take me about 40 years.
Do you think
40
about?
More years.
Do you think about like legacy and like living up to what your dad did with the store and what your dad did with the community?
Yeah, probably even more so with the community than the store.
Yeah,
I feel good about the store. I feel good. I mean, I feel good with the community and everything too, but I feel like I've gotten to that point with the business.
Yeah.
But yeah, what he's done with the town, like you said, like you walk. Did we say it on here or beforehand before we started? But he walks around and everyone's just like, Paul.
Yeah.
Everyone knows him.
Everyone knows
the
him.
mayor of Westerly had called him.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't need to get there. I just, definitely want to make sure I'm doing my part and, giving back to Westerly. And
well, that's awesome. What did it mean to you to be one of the 50 under 50?
Oh, amazing. I didn't even know I was nominated. I had no idea. And then I got that email and I was like, oh, all right. This is a step in the right direction. This is where I want to go. So yeah, it was awesome. It was great to be recognized.
Whoever nominated you knew a lot of stuff about.
Yeah, thanks,
about
Dad.
him,
I never asked him, and he never said it was him. But yeah,
I don't know who nominated people. I have very little to do with this other than doing the interviews. I have no idea who nominated you.
Thanks,
and,
Dad.
but there's a lot. I was like, oh, there's a lot of very specific.
When he was 8
information
years
in this
old,
bio.
he couldn't sleep at night, and he would come into bed with us. I mean,
anonymous. And of course, you were also nominated as one of 8 honorees for the North American Hardware and Pen Association's Young Realtor of the Year Award.
yeah,
How did that feel?
that was really exciting. Yeah, that really meant a lot in what I was doing, because I was working, still am, but working really hard to grow the business, and yeah, did it. Got to go to Vegas too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that was your first interview.
Yeah,
You
which
did.
was
You said-
awful, and I
yeah.
think you can find it online. It was bad. It was bad. I didn't know what I was doing.
Should we pull it up?
No,
Okay.
you can't find it. I scrubbed it. It was bad. Well, I mean,
These
I'm not
are
a good
edited,
interviewer.
so if you see like fade to black,
Oh,
and then, you know,
show
I
the
won't.
whole,
I won't
show
do
the
it.
whole
I won't- I
interview.
won't do it.
I mean, it's
I won't
funny.
do it.
It's just it was very
So
boring.
is this your second interview
Yeah, I think so.
that you've ever? And do you feel like this one went better?
Oh, way better. Yeah.
Do you think
yeah.
it's because
of you?
What I was just gonna say, do you think it's because you don't care as much because it's just me? Because it's just me.
Yeah.
By the way, I wore a Charahoe Chargers hat for
I
you
know.
today,
I love it. I
Just-
love it.
and not. I was given this hat the other day, so I
That's
was
a nice
like,
hat.
it's a really nice
They
hat.
didn't make them like that when we were in school.
No. This is an official Chargers baseball hat.
That's great.
Where we covered the Chargers this year, and the football coach gave me this.
Oh, sweet.
I'm trying to get them to retire my jersey number.
Yeah.
I think that I was, top 4 defensive linemen, nose guards that played that year.
I'm like, this is incredible. How did I not know this? Wow.
On JV. He's like, well, I'm like, we did the Hall of Fame. They did the Hall of Fame the other day.
Yeah.
I'm like, when am I getting inducted into the Hall of Fame? He's like, did you do anything? I was like, no.
Well, you were there,
He
right?
was like, here, have a hat. I was like, all right, I'll take the hat. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm trying to get them to do that for tennis too, but we didn't wear numbers. And I was not great. So
Were you? No, you weren't.
so the way
You were
they
the only reason I knew that we had a tennis team,
Yeah.
by the way.
So I was okay, but nowhere near as good as 90% of the people who were on the team. There's basically 7 players. I think 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players. 4 singles and 3 doubles. I hope that's the right math. And like 1 single is usually the best, 2, 3, 4, and then you got the doubles. And I was like 3 doubles, so I was
Okay.
still, playing,
Yeah.
like starting and everything. And then once someone got injured, and I moved up to 4 singles, and I went on like a 4-match winning streak. And I was in the newspaper, and it was great.
Oh,
And then the guy came back, and
then you
I
were.
was forgotten.
Yeah. I would love to be able to broadcast the tennis matches for
Yeah.
the schools, especially because like we've had I think Westerly and Stonington both won the championships this year
Oh, nice.
or last year or whatever. But both teams at some point in the last 2 years have won. Both schools have won tennis state championships in the last year or so, and the problem is there's more than one court going on at a time.
Yeah.
And
Right,
so
right.
we can't focus
do
on
that?
on
Yeah.
a thing. Like,
You'd have to go to like the big one, and then it's like
Yeah.
you kind of feel bad.
yeah, that you feel bad that you,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but we're working on it. I don't know how we're going to do. We'll just put a drone up and just get everything.
Multicam.
Yeah.
Announcer for every game, and you can
At the
have
same time,
and
and
you
you
can
have
click
all
the
4 on
square
the screen.
for the one you want to
Yeah.
hear the audio to.
Yeah. If anybody would like to be an advertiser for that, because I feel like that's going to take a lot of money. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, a lot
Anyway,
of technology in that.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's next?
I got to go back to work.
Is there a third store on the horizon? Is there a...
I would always entertain a third store. Yeah, for the business, it's pretty much steady now. I'll always look for ways to bring in some new products, new lines that might boost sales, boost customers. But yeah, third store would be nice. I'm definitely always looking to expand. It's not easy to expand, and like I said, the Mystic one just worked out perfect. So we'll see. But
so if anybody has a paint store and they're looking to retire,
yes, if you're looking to retire from paint,
call Brandon.
And so yeah, that's for business. For music, just gonna keep playing. There are some bands that like I filled, like messed around, played with, jammed with, and stuff, which was really fun. So I'll probably bounce around, play with different people, and yeah, see where that goes with the music. And then for the chamber, like I said before, just see what else I can do, what more I can do, and continue to give.
Well, you're the man, Brandon.
Thank you.
I always enjoy talking to you.
I enjoy talking to you too. We should do this more often. We don't even have to record it.
I know.
I'll just come up here.
Let's just hang out.
Yeah.
Let's just hang out for real. We'll get Dave involved.
Love it.
No, nobody wants to hang out with Dave. Dave doesn't even want to hang out with Dave.
No,
I
miss him.
I'm kidding. He's great. He's great. I talk to him all the time. Of course I do. He does everything with us for this. Of course I talk to him all the time. This is like the dumbest thing I've ever said in my entire life.
I actually still talk to him.
Oh yeah, I still talk to. Do you still talk to Troy?
Yeah, I still. You know what?
Yeah,
he's doing good.
Yeah. Anyway, Brandon Donahue, Westerly Paints, Mystic Paints, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And congratulations on being one of the 50 under 50. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to Valenti Family of Dealerships and 321 Media. That always feels weird to say, the second part. And thank you to the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. This has been 50 under 50. We will see you next time. Bye for now.